All right, here we are, going live. And yeah, I know I haven't really been doing much on the channel. It's been kind of quiet here the last couple of weeks, maybe three. The last live thing that we did was me, Scotty, and Gabo did a commentary for Team NT3. But a lot of it is just work. Just been working a lot, and you know, which on my 2 days off, just I honestly I've been kind of taking it easy, and just because I travel back and forth to work, and but yeah. Anyways, enough of that. Um, but yeah, so I know it's not 7 o'clock technically. It is right now 6:57. Why not? Yeah, I figured why not go ahead and start up the live stream here. And but yeah, so I am still reviewing this movie, Dragon the Bruce Lee story. I'm still going to review that. And I know Kevin wants me to review some episodes of Game of Thrones, which I still have to watch, and Mission Impossible Fallout. So I'll be checking those out. Hey, Fadi. Hope you're doing well. Actually, I got two drinks here. I got my Crystal Light and I got a water bottle. But I'm going to do water for a minute. So, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm still, my notes. I have notes for this review. But like I said, lately, the past couple of weeks, when I'm here, my off days, I just been, kind of taking it easy and stuff. So, but anywho, Action Limeade, what's up? Was Anton Yelchin underrated? Sure. I mean, I'm trying to think. I didn't mind him in the Star Trek movie. I'm not a fan of the Fright Night remake, but he was a good actor. You know what? Okay, I just thought about it. Yeah, he was Kyle Reese in the Salvation, yeah, Terminator Salvation. He wasn't too bad as Kyle Reese. So he was a good actor. It's a shame what happened. Pitch Perfect 4. I don't care. The Maze Runner getting a reboot. I've never seen those movies, so I mean, I really don't have an opinion. I hope you guys out there can hear me okay. I mean, I haven't done, like I said, a live stream in about 2 or 3 weeks. Hey, Jim Bug. We got Jim Bug in the chat. We don't need a MacGruber musical. Come on, I mean, geez. Hey, Bobby. So we got a few people in here. So yeah, this is kind of like the new lighting. The lighting here. Uh, if I turn on that light over there, the background light, like the camera, the video is going to start like flickering, and so I have to turn the background light off in order to make this. Otherwise, um, it's annoying. I mean, I'm going to make this a solo hang or a solo stream is what I mean. But yeah, so the background light, I think it's just too much light for this camera, and it causes it to flicker. So I keep it off. I don't know. I mean, I think Michael Rooker is a great actor. I don't know if you. I'm trying to think. I mean, I don't know if they really saw him as like the next Arnold or Stallone. I think he's a very reliable hand as an actor, a great supporting actor. You know, whether playing a good guy or a bad guy, but um, he's great for that. I don't think Michael Rooker, as great as he is, I just, I don't think he would have been. It, do you think they really have had a, do you think that they really, or would they have much faith in Michael Rooker? I don't know. I can't. I'll just say that he's a great actor, but I don't think Michael Rooker, maybe had all the tools to be that next action star. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, he's a great, reliable actor for, action movies, whether in good roles, bad roles, supporting roles, um, minor roles, whatever that character is, but maybe not an action star. Maybe not, again, like a Van Damme level or whatnot. He's been in some action movies, but I don't. Yeah, that's Prayer for the Dying, Mickey Rourke. I have not seen, but I do have the movie. Rugged Hauer, again, the same thing. He's a great actor, whether playing a good guy or a bad guy, but I never. It's hard to say that Rugged Hauer was an action star. He did some action movies like Blind Fury and Split Second. Though there's a little bit of horror in that. He's done some stuff with action, but I don't know if I would put Rugged Hauer in that category. I guess that's the best way to put it. Actors like Rugged Hauer, Michael Rooker, again, they're great actors at what they do, but you never would put them in that category of yeah, Tom Selleck too. Although I will say that Tom Selleck, he's more known for being a TV actor. That he's a great actor. He's done a few great movies like An Innocent Man, Three Men and a Baby, Quigley Down Under, but they never really gave him that chance. They never really let him, take off and do like a whole string of, movies. That he did some movies, but it was always like, the Jesse Stone, that type of movie, or you know, some of the like westerns that he did for TV or whatever. I think with Tom Selleck, being on Magnum for many years, people, associate him with that, but we never really got a lot of the Three Men and a Baby was a big hit, but Tom Selleck never really got that, never really got to that level. Same thing for Don Johnson. Hey, Gabo. Well, Kurt Russell's had a great career. I mean, he's played a variety of characters, a variety of roles and genres. Uh, is he an action star? I would say he's more of an action star than, as much as I love Tom Selleck and some of the, like Rugged Hauer. Yeah, this is a solo stream. Uh, he's more of a star. Kurt Russell's done a variety of movies. Rugged Hauer, Michael Rooker, they're great actors. Uh, but Kurt Russell, he's again, I think he's more of a bigger name and more hits. So they see that, and yeah, I don't know. For people in the chat, is Kurt Russell an action star to you? I don't know. I mean, he's done some action stuff with action, but I don't know if I would put him in that category. Yeah, same thing with Robin Shu. But for people that are wondering, I mean, we'll do a hangout soon. I just wanted to kind of catch up a little bit here because I really haven't done much in 3 weeks. You know, I mean, in regards to videos, live streams, it's been very, stagnant lately, and I'm aware of that. So for people that are wondering, we'll do a hangout soon. Just let me catch up a little bit, and because I really haven't done much on the channel, let alone reviews. And so I want to, sort of, you know, we'll plan a hangout. So for people that are, whether it be Matt, Scotty, Gabo, whoever, maybe Jamie one day wants to join a hangout, we'll plan one. Sean Connery, well, I mean, he did the Bond movies. But yeah, Robin Shu, I mean, uh, you know, I think he was great in Mortal Kombat, and I think Annihilation really hurt his trajectory. He did Beverly Hills Ninja, and he was fun in that, but Robin Shu wasn't really given much of a chance, and I think Annihilation had a big part of was a big part of why. I mean, but that movie has so many problems, and Robin Shu, I think, again, should have gotten more of a shot. Rage of Honor, I've never seen. Yeah, Kurt. I mean, yeah, I mean, like Jamie says, I mean, I would put Arnold and Bruce above Kurt. I think, they're more action. They're more of the action star than Kurt Russell. But Kurt Russell's a great actor. He's done a little bit of everything. Okay, here's a question that I can ask y'all. Like, if you had to, like, list off, between, say, Bruce Willis, Kurt Russell, what are some similarities? What are some contrasts between the two? Yeah, exactly. Uh, I like the movie. Have they not seen the Rollerball remake? Tell them to go watch that and come back to me. Because didn't he direct that one? If memory serves me right, didn't Mick Tiernan direct the Rollerball remake? But Basic is his worst. Yeah, Tombstone's great. Big Trouble in Little China is my favorite. The Thing is a classic. Going over, almost said Going Overboard, but that's the Adam Sandler comedy. That's awful. Overboard, that's what I was talking about. Backdraft, Captain Ron, Unlawful Entry, even Stargate, is good. Breakdown's great. So Kurt Russell had a great career. Yeah, they both had everyman quality. I would say in the department of charisma, I would say maybe Kurt Russell maybe edged out Bruce in that category. You could say Bruce Willis maybe had more of a hard edge than Kurt Russell. I wonder who was better at delivering lines. Maybe Bruce. What, Basic? Are you talking about Basic? I need to revisit Soldier, and I have not seen Death Proof, believe it or not. Yeah, I would say, yeah, Bruce probably had the better lines. maybe you could say Kurt Russell had more of the appeal. Bruce had more. Uh, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like, similarities, contrast. The Mean Season, haven't seen. The live action Scooby Doo, I'll pass. If only that. Okay, here's what I'll say about the Scooby Doo, the live action. If they make it more adult, and if they take a page from the Scooby Doo cut, where like James Gunn had a hand in it, the script, and there was like a lesbian angle between Daphne and Velma, maybe I'll give it a shot. Yeah, I would say that. I've never seen Moonlighting. I've always heard of it. I've always heard of the show, but I've never seen it. Yeah, I heard about that. They're doing a Chris Farley biopic. We'll see what happens. I've heard about that. I've heard that before, but I don't know the backstory. Oh, no problem, Scotty. Yeah, like I said, we'll get up soon. I just haven't really, on the channel, it's just been very stagnant, and that's mostly due to work. And I've been sort of, kicking back here a little bit on my days off. And I just wanted to sort of, catch up a little bit and go solo here um, for a bit. And we're going to catch up again. I just haven't been doing too much on the channel. And, so that's kind of why. Yeah, I mean, the last thing I've heard that Bruce is not doing too well. And, it's sad to think about because we don't know how much longer he's going to be around. And I hate to think about it. And it sucks. No matter we've heard stories about, Bruce on different sets and the difficulties and, being difficult to work with and so forth. But I don't want to think about, what could happen. Um, well, there's a bookstore that's like close to work. I'll have to go out there again, but work is a little bit of a commute. It's not a big commute, but anyways, yeah, there's this bookstore called Poppers, and it's a pretty neat bookstore. And they have a lot of movies in there too. I mean, they have a maybe later I'll post a picture of this of all the movies that I saw in this bookstore. I went there about a month ago and I got a couple of books. I'm gonna have to go back. If my closet was a doorway to my friend's house, um, I don't know. Why would I want to open that door? I mean, what if I walk in and him and his girl are doing it? You know, let him have his privacy, Bobby. I'm just messing around. Now, back in the day, maybe. I mean, that would have been fun back in the day. But I don't know how to answer that question, Bobby. I mean, I would just keep my closet shut if that was the case. I mean, you know, I'm just looking at movie news here. Yeah, I did hear about that. I Come in Peace 4K. I don't have a 4K player. Yeah, I'll give it a watch. It's just that I got to find the time to do it. I mean, you know, like these 2 days that I have off here, like I'm basically, so I have a little commute to work and going back and forth every week. It's a 40-minute drive, from there and back 5 days a week. And then when I have a couple of days off here, I have to sort of, trying to get everything done and ready for the next week. And it's just, so I will watch it, I will check it out, you know, just got to give me time a little bit. The top 5 worst direct-to-video action movies, that Attack Force is in there. Uh, I have to think about that. I mean, I don't have a top 5. Maybe that Moscow Heat. You could throw that in there. I haven't seen Titanic from 1953. Um, but for people out there, Scotty, he did a Deep Rising retrospective review. You can go check that out. I did see part of it. I did watch part of it last week, or when it was first uploaded. I think last weekend I was watching. I watched like half of it, so I have to go back and finish watching it. And I really enjoyed what you did, and I kind of seen that before, like kind of provide narration and a lot of cuts, like footage of the movie. And there's Scotty, you're braver than me because there's no way. I mean, I when me and my brother we did a couple of those reaction videos. There's footage, but you have to like cut it every 4 seconds because YouTube will jump on you and it will be all over you. This is why I don't use footage. I'm trying to, you know, it'd be nice to use footage, but you know how YouTube is, especially with, guys like us, people in this little bubble that we have here. They love to crack down on the channels, the smaller channels and stuff like that, which is why I don't use footage, and I'd rather be safe than sorry. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't shop at Target anyways. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you put a lot of work into it, from what I, did see of the review. And like I said, I have to finish watching it. But, to your video, and I hope you don't mind me, mentioning this. But I hope you stick around. Like, I hope you still, keep doing your thing. Like, I want you to, stay on YouTube, and I'm sure, I know you will. And, we'll collaborate more, and we'll do more commentaries together and stuff like that. So, but this goes for anybody out there, and I hope Scotty doesn't mind me saying here, but for people out there that are watching that have a channel that may have doubts about, what they put out there or what they bring to the table, just be yourself. Like that, I'm not perfect either. I'm not the perfect talker or presenter or reviewer, but I try. And like I said, I know lately there hasn't been too much going on in the channel, and I'm working on reviews. There's stuff planned. It's just timing. I mean, that's pretty much the big thing here. It's just finding the time, and I mean, I would love to spend more time here, and it will get better. But I say all that to say that for people out there that have a channel, and if you love to talk about movies and do retrospectives, commentaries, whatever the case, again, just be yourself and uh, find what works for you. Work what works best for you, whether if that's talking about a film for 30 minutes or 3 minutes. Like for me lately, like my reviews have been like 10 minutes or less, and it's mostly because I'm trying to get more to the point. That I could talk about a film for 25 minutes, and like there's people that like Matt and Mike that do a great job at that, and I can still do that. And yeah, I know Mike had a birthday. He had a birthday stream, and I caught a lot, a little bit of that with Matt and Fabio and some other guy. But yeah, Mike, he's a guy that's been around for a while. Great guy and friend. Same thing with Matt, and they both do a great job at reviewing movies and going in depth. And I've noticed with me, like, again, I could talk about a movie I could talk about a film for a while, but then I think people might get bored. And I kind of worry about that, which is why I try to condense my reviews a little bit. Editing is your friend. Editing is not a bad thing. And that might be sort of cliche now because there are a lot of people out there on YouTube, they really cut the reviews down to like 2 or 3 minutes. I don't want to go that short. I don't want to be like, 2 or 3 minute reviews. Uh, but I do want to kind of, with my reviews going forward, is get like be more to the point and, try to, you know, convey my thoughts a bit better. And yeah, so I mean, but for anybody out there, do what works for you. Um, but yeah, so that's my thoughts. Hey Shashim, I know Braun Strowman, but I didn't know about that story. I haven't seen the film. Grey's Anatomy, never seen. One thing that I do want to do in May, I think it could be the end of May, is do a commentary for The Crow because The Crow is celebrating its 30th anniversary. So I don't know when that is in May. Somebody can let me know. Just looking at movie news here. Really, they're doing another season of the Night Court revival? I mean, I saw a little bit of the first two episodes, but I wasn't a fan of it. Channing Tatum is not an action star. I have warmed up to Channing Tatum, but he's nowhere near that category. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Apparently, Hugh Jackman has signed on to do a gritty take of Robin Hood, the death of Robin Hood, of course, because every character has to die. The death of Robin Hood. Okay, I don't remember that. Yeah, I know he did that one movie with Pat Morita, Collision Course. I've never seen it, but I've heard about it. Well, I mean, the thing is with Channing Tatum, I mean, I like White House Down. The Jump Street movies, they're action comedies. But I don't know how it's weird. Channing Tatum, for a while there, I mean, Magic Mike, he was associated with those movies. I mean, Channing Tatum, maybe I've warmed up on him. Like, those movies, the Jump Street movies are fine. And he's good and like he's funny in those movies. But he doesn't sniff the category of action or being, the action or an action star. The same thing with Matt Damon. When Matt Damon at the time was doing those Bourne movies and films like The Green Zone, whatever, people were comparing him to Stallone. He was given that Stallone comparison, like he's the next Sly. And Matt Damon is as great of an actor as he is. He's not an action star. Channing Tatum's not an action star. Martin Lawrence, the Bad Boys movies are fun, but he's not an action star. He's more known for comedies. I've never seen Hollow Point. I don't know if George Clooney is an action star. I mean, again, another great actor, but yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn's great. Uh, he's done maybe one or two action movies, but like Matt Damon, he's kind of too that he's so high up, in that A-list category. You know, when you think of George Clooney, you think of these bigger movies, films that have, that are highbrow or made with top-notch directors. Tom Hardy, I just don't see as an action star. What about Mad Max? Well, I just don't see it. To me, Roger Moore is more of an action star than Tom Hardy. I mean, I know we're talking about different people here, but yeah, George Clooney is more of a dramatic actor. Again, he's done more dramas or stuff like Ocean's 11, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, like different types of movies working with these top-notch directors or they're like, bigger filmmakers. Roger Moore, he did, the Bond movies, and he was a fun Bond. He's one of my favorite Bonds. So I would say if you compare Roger Moore to some of the other names here, like he has more experience with action than he does with, compared to Channing Tatum, compared to George Clooney, compared to Tom Hardy. Roger Moore, has more experience in that genre. Movie trading company store, we don't have those. Yeah, Tom Hardy, to me, his portrayal as Venom, he seems like he's drunk. That's just me. People like those movies. I'm not a big fan of them. Well, so about that, uh, this book right here, this is a book that I've had for a very long time. I made a post about having this book, and I got this book right when it came out, which was about 2004 or 5. So this book right here, I've had for almost 20 years. And there's an updated version, a revised version of the book coming out in June. So I may give this away. The thing is, there was a few loose pages in here at the very end. So, if I give this away, because now, like I think, let me look again. Because I think this book is like it's not easy to find. I mean, unless you want to pay, a little bit for it. Yeah, I was just seeing how much this book goes for now. Yeah. Yeah, the book there's a book, yeah, there's a copy up here on eBay that's going for $124 with this cover. So, yeah, I don't know. Again, I mean, how many of these you can find? And I think when I looked on Amazon, even it was going up there a little bit. So when I get the revised version, the updated version of this book, I may give this away. But again, there's a few loose pages in here at the very end. Yeah, right there. Yeah, so that's the downside of it. Other than that, this book is in great shape for being almost 20 years old. So no, I did not just get this. I've had this for a very long time. The only book that I just got recently was the Robin Williams biography. And I got that through Amazon, and that took about a week to come in. So, Jesus. Okay, so from what I'm going back to this for a minute, or for a second, not a minute, a second. This book right here, eBay, $124. Why? I mean, is this book that rare? Or like nowadays? You can buy a used copy from Amazon for 85 bucks plus $4 for shipping. Holy crap. So, yeah, maybe in June we'll do a giveaway for this book here. So some lucky person is going to win this book, and it's a rare thing now. Unless you want to buy your own used copy for 89 bucks or 90 bucks. But yeah, you could buy a used copy on Amazon here for 90 bucks. Yeah, for a used copy of that book. Like I'm looking around on eBay and Amazon. The same book that I have right here is going for 124 bucks on eBay. I mean, geez. I have the film, but I've never seen it. I've never seen the Equalizer movies. Yeah, so there is a Crow book, the story behind the film. The hardcover, yeah, the hardcover has a different uh, cover, and that's still going for 70 bucks. The paperback for 28. So yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, I mean, maybe in June we'll do a giveaway, and some lucky person could win this. I let me think about that. Yeah, that's a good song. But for people out there that are curious about the revised version, that's coming out June 4th. And so this book here has like 288 pages, and the revised version has 360. So there's, updated info. I think it talks about the whole franchise. So, ball game. I mean, basketball, I guess, in the backyard. I'm not getting Brokeback Mountain on 4K. You forget about that. Again, I don't even have a 4K player, and I'm good on Brokeback Mountain. Yeah, Heath Ledger was a great actor, and it's sad what happened to Heath Ledger. I wish I knew a little bit more about that. You're asking the wrong guy. I mean, I wish I had more of a wish I knew more about that. I'm not really aware of the disc rot or the DVD disc rot from '06 to '09. A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger, I've seen it once before, and I do like the movie, but I haven't seen the film in a while. Is Brokeback Mountain any good? I have not seen Brokeback Mountain, and I am good. I know the gist of the story, and it's not my type of movie. I'd rather watch The Birdcage than Brokeback Mountain. At least The Birdcage, it's a comedy, has a lot of funny moments that features gay characters. So before anybody jumps the gun or wants to jump to conclusions, again, I'd rather watch The Birdcage. In fact, I'd rather have that. I mean, I have the film, but I want to get the Blu-ray. If there's an over-the-top acting, sure. New documentary Terabyte. I haven't heard anything about that. I mean, I, give me My Little Pony. I mean, that's such a weird question, though. I mean, because Victor Salva, here's My Little Pony, Victor Salva. I mean, both. My Little Pony is not really or for me. It's not my cup of tea, and something that I would watch or seek out to watch. Then you have Victor Salva, a rapist, a sodomize. Yeah, My Little Pony. I mean, but it's. I mean, okay. Well, Victor Salva, he did direct Jeepers Creepers, but even then, I mean, I'll watch My Little Pony. Sure. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I only have like one Starlog, and I have a few Fangorias over there. But that's cool. I don't know. I mean, to me, that sounds like a very boring job, pushing buttons all day. Scream 2 is getting a 4K. Oh, no, Species 2. I don't know why I saw Scream 2, but yeah, I've only seen the first Species. I haven't seen the other ones. Oh boy. Need my drink. So we got 7 people here in the chat. So who's out there watching? Would you think that stand up and move around type of job, like janitor or stock shelves, is more? Sure. Um, well, the only Abbott and Costello movie that I've seen is Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy, and that was fun. The Three Stooges, I love the Stooges. Um, I got all the volumes in the other room, or just about most of the Curly ones. I need to get the Shemp ones as well, but I love the Stooges. Grew up with the Stooges. We would record them on tape back in the day, and yeah, I mean, again, I grew up on the Stooges, so I would say I'm a bigger fan of the Stooges. Okay, so The Crow came out May 11th. Okay. Um, I might have to. We may have to do a commentary. Maybe very soon here. Missed. I think I remember. I remember a little bit of the Batman and Robin Pop Tarts. Which I can't believe they made Pop Tarts for that movie. Did you read Disney Adventure magazine back in the day? Um, no, I don't remember those magazines. Hey DJ, I'm doing good. Just streaming here for a little bit. Just kind of catching up, and there hasn't been too much going on the channel, but I figured why not do a live stream and catch up with you guys here. Yeah, I've seen that commercial on YouTube, but I wasn't alive then. What? So The Crow is playing on the big screen, not far from work. So I just took a picture of some of the theaters that are going to play The Crow. Cool. So yeah, I know the film was like they. I even saw today where they're releasing The Crow, like re-releasing The Crow for the 30th anniversary. And I was trying to find if Cinemark, because we do have a Cinemark about an hour away, and it did say that Cinemark was going to show the film, but it wasn't showing up when I was looking at the website. But there's some other theaters here that are in the area where I work, um, that are going to play the film later this month, May 29th and May 30th. So I'm gonna have to write that down and make note of it. Hey, Rich, director screenwriter in the house. It's good to see you, Rich. Hope you're doing well. Well, I haven't destroyed anything in a while, so back in the day, I was more, you know, I was angrier. Yeah, man, it's been a while. Yeah, like I haven't, yeah, just been working a lot, and I haven't really been active on here in the past like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And then I'm just sort of like catching up on the YouTube end of things. And I have some reviews lined up, including Dragon the Bruce Lee story and some other stuff, but it's just timing and but you know, I don't know if ever you want to join like a hangout soon, uh because as soon as I started the stream, a lot of the guys up here were like, "Are we doing a hangout?" So maybe one day if you want to jump in for a hangout or something, and or if you want to, or if you prefer more, one on one, let me know. But I really enjoyed talking to you last time, and I know we've been meaning to get up again, whether it be a commentary or you know chilling with the guys or what have you. Okay. And at some point here, because I do have an Instagram, I definitely will be putting more um, stuff on the Instagram, like what I'm working on, what videos are coming up, what streams I'm doing with who. So I definitely want to utilize more social media like Instagram and stuff, and I always put my Twitter handle in the info box. So, dude, I can't tell you the last time I had Teddy Grahams. I mean, Teddy, that sugar. So I try to stay away from sugar. But yeah, Teddy Grahams, they're good, they're tasty, but I try to stay away from sugar. So one thing that's coming up that I haven't mentioned is on the 25th, and I may have mentioned it already, but I will be going to a convention uh, here in Raleigh, and it's called Fear Fest, and there's going to be quite a number of people there. I'm only going to meet one person, and that's David Arquette. I might meet Tom Arnold. He's going to be there too, and a lot of like different horror actors and actresses. But David Arquette, he's at the top of my list. And the last convention that I went to, I spent a little bit too much. So that's why I'm going to try to keep it down to one person. And if I had to pick one, David Arquette, I have to meet. So, yeah, the 25th, I will be going to that. And at the end of the month, I will be catching The Crow on the big screen. But before that, I want to do The Crow commentary. So, and I'll reach out to some people if they want to be a part of that. And if we do it next Friday, because the 30th anniversary falls on the 11th. Now, the thing is, and we may still do it on the 11th, but I have to go to work that Sunday and I have to make some adjustments. But yeah, so that's one commentary that's coming up that I want to do. And, we'll see who wants to come in for that one. Yeah, I remember the Nickelodeon Green Slime, the Ice Pops, the Popsicles back in the day. Well, I don't live in Texas. David Arquette, the one he's coming to, is in North Carolina. That's where I live. And so Texas Fright, I don't know anything about that convention. There might be one he's going to, but David Arquette, the one, he's coming to Fear Fest here towards the end of the month. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, but if anybody blamed the company, I mean, a lot of us. I mean, again, you can blame the people in charge. That's you can't, you know, blame a lot of those shows that had nothing to do with the whole Dan Schneider thing. Blame the people that were in charge and Dan Schneider. No, I've never played the Lethal Weapon video game. I heard about that, and he was on that show, Head of the Class, back in the day, but I have never seen an episode. And if Dan Schneider's in it, I'm not watching. I did see most of the Quiet on the Set documentary, and it's very disturbing. But yeah, what is that pop sound out there? Somebody getting shot? What if you were asleep and you wake up in a? I don't know how to. I don't know how to answer that question. I mean, I would freak out, I guess. Oh yeah, Brian Peck, yeah, the guy who directed the Willies. Which I haven't seen, but I know about that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Robocop 2 bubblegum trading cards. I didn't know they made those. I need to put like a poster in the back here. Like I got that Big Trouble in Little China poster, and maybe I should put it on that back wall. I remember Two Stupid Dogs, but I did watch. I was more of a Nickelodeon kid, but I did watch Cartoon Network. Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, Ed and Eddie. Um, yeah, some of those. I remember Space Ghost because that would come on late, and I'm like, "What's this?" um, no. So the movie room. So long story short, my brother and his wife they moved in here, and the movie room was taken over. A lot of their kitchen stuff, like supplies, are in that room, and so that's kind of taken up a lot of the space in there. So I had to move the setup in here. But really, what I'm the goal here for me is to find a place that's closer to work, and I'll be by myself. It'll be more private, and then I can have a room for all of my movies. Depending on you know what I find, but yeah. So I'm trying to find a place, and but yeah, I mean, I can hang posters in here, but I have way too many movies in there to move in here, and there's not a lot of room in here, especially when I have a bed. I have a bed behind me. I have a couch over there, a TV right here with a dresser, a computer right here, and there's just not any much room in here. And the movie room is kind of like taken over with their stuff. Um, so yeah, it's kind of cluttered right now, honestly. I don't remember those. But yeah, so what I'm dealing with right now is I'm living back home, and I've been here for you know a little bit, but I'm hoping during the summer, I'll be moved out. I'll have a place. I'll find something that's closer to work that'll save me a lot of travel, and yeah, that means more videos. So that's the you know what I have to deal with right now is working so many hours so I can get to that point. But yeah, I mean, I have that poster in the movie room, and I could just put it up behind me, maybe on that, maybe on that wall right there. But I'll go on for another 25 minutes here. Josh, I have no idea who that is. Hey, Quinn, right on target. Haven't seen you in a while. I didn't hear about that. I mean, I've heard about it, but no, I didn't hear about the live action. That's what I've heard. I mean, the Civil War, I might wait to check it out. Um, I just really haven't had a big desire to go see anything in the theater. I mean, Deadpool 3, I'll go check out, but I don't know. I mean, I've heard that's a good movie, so maybe, but I don't know. Just unless there's something out right now that's really good, like maybe that, maybe I'll go check it out. But there hasn't been really a desire to go to a theater. Well, I mean, A24, I liked Uncut Gems. What was another film that they did I thought I liked? The Iron Claws, A24. I wasn't too big on The Whale, um, but I really did like The Iron Claw. Yeah, Everything All at Once. Great movie. I really enjoyed that one. Yeah, I forgot that was A24. Like Bo was afraid I'm not watching. The Lighthouse, I have the movie, but I haven't seen it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about. I mean, I've seen the trailer and it looks interesting, but you know, maybe I'll wait a little bit to go watch it. Yeah, yeah. I've heard there's one scene in the film. Is it like the foes whacking off on Pattinson? I've heard something about that, but I have the film. Yeah, I mean, it's a great movie. I thought it was well made, well directed. It's cool to see, Kihi Kwan again in a big role. Just to see him come back. James Hong was good. Even Jamie Lee Curtis. Michelle Yeoh. It's a very good movie. What if you were in a room of grown people? Sounds like kids. Are you talking about the commercial, the hair, the gummy bear commercials? Yeah, I've seen them. I know what you're talking about, Bobby. Yeah, maybe I'll check that out soon. Maybe that's a film I'll check out because it's been sitting right there on the dresser here for the past like 2 3 months, and I just haven't watched it. A lot of the movies that I got from the last convention is sitting right there, and I've seen a few of them, but the Lighthouse I haven't seen yet. That's what I've heard. I mean, that I've seen X, and I thought it's a film that looked good, but I just wasn't big on the story. But yeah, it seems like for me, I agree. A24 does a better job when it's not horror. I've heard of Hereditary, but I've never seen it. And Rich, if you're still in the chat here, direct to screenwriter, uh, I haven't. I know it's been 2 or 3 months, but yeah, I haven't forgot about your giveaway. My your speed sign is in the other room, and in fact, I have a envelope in the car that I bought recently. So, this coming week, I'm going to package it. I think I still got your address that you gave me, and I'll take care of that this coming week because I want to plan another giveaway. Uh, so, Rich, I know it's been a couple of months or 3 months, but I haven't forgot about that giveaway. Sorry for the lateness, but I do have an envelope in my car that's ready for that sign for the giveaway. I have to buy a little bit of bubble wrap and kind of cushion it, like cushion the 10 sign. Yeah, X was decent. I didn't mind the movie. I mean, I'm just not. Maybe I wasn't big on the premise. Okay, you're still here. Yeah, so the speed signs in the office, and I have the envelope in the car, and it's big enough. I just have to buy a lot of bubble wrap to put inside, and we'll go from there. Yeah, well, that's my fault. That's my fault. I mean, that should have been sent out, you know, whenever I did that video, but because I have an idea for the next giveaway, and that I've kind of mentioned it earlier in the stream, but yeah, I don't know anything about that. Ah, man, Under the Skin, don't know anything about that. Kino Lorber's putting out Monk season 8 on Blu-ray. I need to get the whole series. I got the first season of Monk, and I do like the show. Oof. Now I don't know much about that one. Again, yeah, Miami Vice is great. I got the whole series on Blu-ray, and I know it's Mill Creek, but at least the seasons have their own like case. Now I don't know anything about that one, Under the Skin. I don't know much about it. Yeah, I mean, I've only really have seen the first 2 seasons. I love the show, and like I said, I have the whole series. But it's one of those shows that I never really got past the second season, as much as I love it. It's weird. I mean, I'm sure the rest of it's great, But that's what it seems a lot of people say. I mean, with Miami Vice, was that the first 2 or 3 seasons were the best. They had 4 and 5. I mean, they were what they were. But I've heard that a lot with that show, is that the first 2 seasons or 3 seasons were the best. Yeah, I mean, I will say the Miami Vice Blu-ray set I thought was very good. They didn't uh, get lazy with that one. Red Sonja, I mean, I have the DVD. I don't know if I'll get the collector's edition. I don't mind the movie, but I don't know like if I like the film enough to get the Blu-ray. Or I mean, it's a rumor, but still, I mean, I like the film okay. It's not one that I'm in a hurry to upgrade, honestly. And if I keep looking down like that, I'm just looking at the time here. Are your Arrow Video? They're going to release the Man from Uncle movie on 4K. I think I got the first season of The Shield, but that's it. Like I don't have any of the other seasons. I don't know much about Orphan Black or Mr. Robot. I mean, I've never seen those shows, so I don't know much about them, to be honest. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, thank you for sticking around, man. And we'll get up again soon, um, whether it be one on one or with a group of people. But yeah, thank you for stopping by, man. And Rich is a great guy, and um, we'll definitely get up again. Thank you, man. I don't remember that. I would not want to see a Sims movie. The Guyver. I don't know much about that. I've never seen the Guyver movies. So are they? Is that a new one? Are they making a new one or? So yeah, I'll probably go on for like 10 more minutes here. So if you guys want to keep asking, just fire away. Yeah, I've heard of those movies, but I've never seen The Guyver. I know there's a second one, which I've heard the second one is a little bit better than the first. Maybe I'll have to check them out. I can rent The Guyver on Amazon. No, I don't remember that one. Yeah, the Guyver Dark Hero. The whole film's on YouTube, I think. Russian roulette. Never heard of it. Yeah, I like The Vagrant. I mean, one day I'll pick it up. I have seen the movie, and it's a solid film. Um, yeah, I was able to watch it on Tubi, but I did like The Vagrant. One False Move, I've never seen, but I've heard of it. I've heard of the film. But yeah, I should definitely keep uh, the way it looks like this. With the kind of the desk lamp. I kind of like this look, but it is nighttime, so maybe that's helping a little bit. But yeah, so that's why it looks a little bit different because the background light will make the video flicker. Like it's too bright for the video here. So that's why it's a little bit more dimmer. So I kind of like this look for the videos for the time being. But yeah, so now go on for 5 more minutes. For the 6 people that are watching, feel free to ask questions. Um, like I said, I'll go on for a few more minutes here, and let's do like maybe a few more questions, and then we'll wrap up. And I know I really don't, as far as doing solo streams, I don't really go on for 2 hours or more than 2 hours. Lately, it's been like between an hour and hour and a half. Um, you know, for one thing, sitting here for a long time can hurt a little bit. So it's not the most comfortable chair. I mean, it's been a good chair, but I've had it for a while. So, so I have to get up and stretch. Without warning, is that okay? I'm thinking about Alone in the Dark because I think both of them were in that movie. But that's Alone in the Dark is okay. I've never seen Without Warning. Yeah, I've never seen that. Alone in the Dark, I've seen, and I think it's an okay movie. Have a good one, man. Thank you for stopping by. I've never heard of that one. I'm willing to bet too. As soon as I'm about to wrap up the stream, Wild Man Beyond is going to pop up in this chat. Just watch. It's going to be Wild Man Beyond, or Rainbow Raff, or some big, one of my good friends up here, Fabio, Mike. I'm willing to bet at the 11th hour, when I'm about to wrap up the stream, somebody's going to pop in the chat here. It always happens. Oh, thank you, Alex. Thank you for stopping by and for sticking around. Yeah, so that's why I wanted to go solo here. I really I try to do. I want to do more of these kind of solo ones. Um, because people will sometimes ask if I will ever do a solo stream, because a lot of times I'm always with the guys, or we're doing a commentary, or a hangout of sorts. So, but yeah, we'll wrap up here for now. It's kind of dying down here, but thank you to everybody for sticking around. And we went for probably an hour and 30 or 45 minutes here. But thank you to everybody for sticking around, and hope you didn't get too bored. We'll have to plan that Crow commentary. I didn't know. I knew the 30th anniversary was this month, but I wasn't sure when. And it's kind of snuck up on us here. But everybody out there, from Bobby to Alex, direct to screenwriter, movie, TV show, and video game fan, DJ, Matt Thomas for a little bit, Retro Scotty, Junebug. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out, and I will see you later.